So no dig, what they try to do is you're trying to mimic more of a forest floor where
when I hear about no dig gardening, it's like, oh, you just buy your begonias at the garden center and you just lay them on the soil.
It's an underground network of fungus that helps plants share nutrients and send messages. It's
garden plant or punk rock band?
the number one thing that you can do to disrupt the soil composition is compaction by stepping.
I was going to say, I'm actually impressed that it took 15 minutes for you to come out with that one.
The Helpful Gardeners, the podcast that digs into the buzziest plant trends and news you need to know, regardless of your growing zone. Colin is a skilled horticulturist with decades of growing experience across Canada. Brandi is the greenest of green thumbs with a love of asking questions. Welcome to our Garden Nook.
Colin, I have a game for you.
Oh, okay, I'm in.
Okay, West Coast Seeds put out this awesome post the other week, and it was called Garden Plant or Punk Rock Band. Did you see this? Okay, you ready? Okay,
Yeah,
I
ready.
love this. Okay, is this a garden plant or a punk rock band? Love lies bleeding.
Punk rock band.
It's a garden plant. It's a decorative amaranth often used in floral arranging. Yeah. Okay, next one. Black falcon.
Punk rock band.
It's a garden plant.
Damn it! Okay, I'm just going to say punk rock band to everything, and then at least I'm going to give 50%.
So it turns out black falcon is a decorative corn with dark kernels.
Okay.
Okay, next one. Bishop's green.
Well, you see, I want to say house plant now, but I'm going to go punk rock band.
It is a punk rock
There we
band.
go.
It's a Vancouver-based punk rock
Okay.
band that's been around since 2011. Next one. Calypso.
Plant.
It's a garden plant.
There we
Good
go.
job.
Okay.
It is a bicolored Caribbean heirloom.
That's what give it away as. I was like, there's not too many punk Caribbean bands.
It kind of looks like a penguin bean.
Oh, peach penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next one. Black Fire.
Punk rock band.
It is. It's an indigenous punk rock band based in Florida that ended in 2011.
Okay.
There you go. That was such a fun one. It made me realize how fun the names are of, if you go seed shopping or even plant shopping in general. It's probably one of my most favorite things is to see the names.
Adriana on CTV loves the names.
Oh, yeah.
She would 100% base her plant purchase on name more than luck.
Isn't that funny? Who would have thought that would be a marketing tactic?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Crayola colors, right? What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
And then, or like when you watch Bob Ross and he always talks about the paint colors and you're like, oof.
Yeah. Well, Bob was a legend.
Yeah.
Love Bob.
Today is Wednesday, and that means we leave this episode up to you. What do you want to learn more about? Do you have a question? Do you have a comment for Colin? Because let's be real, I don't really have much say in these episodes. I did have like a get to know you question for you. Okay. Are you a guy that likes to have the windows open or the AC on?
If I have to pick, I'm a window open kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a window open. I like the air. But sometimes, like, I can't see because my hair's in my eyes if it's like super windy or there's crosswind. So, but I was always the window guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I one time knew somebody who liked to have both of them at the same time. So they would have like their AC on, but then also, or like they would have their heat on, but the windows open.
I've been guilty of not that. If I need the heat on, it's too cold to open the window. I've been guilty of AC in windows, especially in Montreal.
Oh,
So
it gets so hot there, hey?
Humid, sticky.
Yeah.
But you want some air circulation,
Sure.
but you open the window and it's just as hot and wet. You're like, oh, that's lovely.
There's no change.
So you crank the AC. Back when gas was 79 cents a liter.
Oh my God.
Windows down, AC, stereo blast.
Jeez.
How
isn't that-
good we had it.
I know, right? We didn't
Yeah.
know. We didn't know those were the good
Listening
old
to
days.
my punk rock bands.
Well, this week's question comes from Teresa, who asks, I keep seeing this term pop up called no dig gardening. What is it and what do you do? I have also seen this term popping around my social feeds, and it kind of seems counterintuitive, right? Because you think about when you go and plant things, you kind of have to dig the hole. What do you like? To me, when I hear about no dig gardening, it's like, oh, you just buy your begonias at the garden center and you just lay them on the soil. like what does this mean?
Don't do that. We're going to start right there. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
No dig gardening has been around for quite a while, actually.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
So a trend that came back.
The no dig is a misnomer. Okay. But what it means is, so we've talked about amending our soils.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say vegetable garden, because I think they're the easiest to picture. And let's say it's a standard square vegetable garden, 20 by 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you go out there and you put in your cocoa peat and your sea soil and your worm castings, whatever. And then you turn all the soil.
Okay.
And then you plant your veggies.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the idea behind it is that as you're turning that soil, you're breaking the natural soil composition, and you're also disturbing the mycelium network that is in the soil. So you're causing more disruption, even though you're adding good stuff. So no dig, what they try to do is you're trying to mimic more of a forest floor where you feed from the top down. So rather than dig it in, when a forest, so the trees fall, the leaves fall, whatever, bird poop, it lands on the top. And then through rain and just the natural process, wind, warmth, decomposition, it feeds into the soil and it leaches down. That's the idea behind it.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
So how would this apply then to home gardeners? Because, if we go to the garden center, we're going to buy a thing of compost. We're going to buy, like topsoil, like whatever, volcanic ash.
Yeah. Volcanic mineral.
Yeah. Oh, see what I told you. So then how would you navigate that in the spring?
So the biggest problem isn't so much that, okay? Because then technically you could take your bin or whatever, you could mix it all together and you could top dress.
Okay.
Okay. So you absolutely could sprinkle that on top. The number one thing that you can do to disrupt the soil composition, other than the digging, of course, because you're literally breaking it and turning it, is compaction by stepping.
Yeah.
So you're not meant to step on the soil. So you have your vegetable bed and you go, hey, this year I want to go no dig.
Yeah.
So you put cardboard down.
Okay.
Okay. Put it down now, like now. Don't wait.
Now.
Don't wait until planting time. Put it down now.
Okay.
Then top dress it with your cocoa peat, your compost, whatever amendments you want to put down. Cover it, water it.
Okay.
Okay. Soak it. Then what happens is all of those minerals hit the cardboard gets saturated, the cardboard starts breaking down. It's acting as a natural inhibitor to the weeds. Then comes planting time. You're not meant to step on it. Lean in, dig the hole exactly what you need. By then, the cardboard should be wet enough and soggy enough that your trowel just cuts it out. Put the plant, backfill, done.
Wow.
Done. And then you let it come down. Now, if you're in an area like Calgary is a great example of this, windy and very dry, heavily recommended you mulch. Again, you're replicating a forest. There's a lot of natural mulch in a forest on the soil. So you put down your cedar, your wood chips, straw, whatever. Get that soil covered. And it takes, depending on where you are and the condition of your natural soil, et cetera, you're looking at somewhere between 2 to 4 years for that natural mycelium network. But the idea is at the end of the year, you don't rip your plants out. You let them fall down. They start breaking down naturally. And even the roots of like the weeds. So you're not meant to weed. Mm-hmm. You're not meant to do any weeding.
Wow.
Because you basically kill it by smothering it with the cardboard and whatnot.
Yep.
And then as the roots decompose, they leave tunnels. The tunnels are filled with mycelium and bacteria and whatnot. They start flourishing and they start feeding the plants through the underground network.
Wow.
That's the whole premise.
So are we talking anything from an annual garden bed to a perennial garden bed to our trees and shrubs?
As long as we're talking natural soil.
Yes.
So we're not talking potting soils.
Potting soils or like raised beds or something like that. Okay.
A raised bed, as long as it's connected to the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did talk about that.
Because then the mycelium network would come into it.
Yes.
Something like a veggie pod, that's more planter.
Okay. So you can't create a mycelium network in a pot because the mycelium network is essentially part of the earth.
Yeah. And maybe you could. I don't know that much about it. I would say not, because mycelium is just fungi.
Yeah.
So, putting things in like mics or maybe growing mushrooms, an old mushroom block, maybe that could do it. But again, with it being above ground outside all winter, I don't know what the winter kill is like on that. Obviously, you're doing a raised planter to plant it as full as you can. So you are going to be disturbing it very heavily. The idea is essentially you have a strip of land 20 feet by 4 foot. Let's say that's ideal for this situation. You're only digging out where you're putting your tomato.
Yeah.
You're only digging out where you put your pepper. If you've got a 20 by 20, you're utilizing the whole thing.
Yep.
How are you going to harvest the tomato in the middle without stepping?
Yeah, true enough.
So that's why I say that the foundation behind it is solid. You can't argue with it. Actually making it practical, that's where it starts to become difficult.
Yeah, it's like...
If you wanted to try it, if you wanted to do it, what I would recommend is do something like through your bed.
Yeah.
So you got your big 20 by 20, you're planting right to the middle. Break your rows up so you can reach every plant and put down stepping stones. So you're not stepping directly on the soil because the stepping stone will have already compacted. Now the soil under that will be compacted, but the mycelium network will build around it. It's not every time you step on it, the soil starts fluffing up, and then you step on it again.
Yeah.
You're stepping in a set area every time. So that would probably work. But again, the practicality of it, is it feasible to do in a home garden? Sure. Is it fully practical? I don't know.
Very curious now if you've had if you've had any, experience with doing a no dig garden, we'd love to hear about it. Drop it down in the comments and see if maybe that's something that, other gardeners might want to try. Yep. You've definitely got me very curious because, I'm starting from scratch.
Yep.
So I have the perfect blank canvas to try this.
Your run where you have your poplars and your hydrangeas would be perfect for a no dig.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, and again, we talk about this a lot, and this is a prime example of it. It doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
You can have an area where maybe you have your perennials or your raspberry shrubs. You can have that as a no dig. And maybe the area where you put your annuals or your veggie plot is going to be dig. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this is 100% no dig garden or 100% dig garden. You're allowed to blend different ideas and thought processes. Is it worth trying? Absolutely. But again, it's going to take a number of years for that to work. At the beginning, you're going to have a ton of like cocoa peat, peat moss, whatever, compost basically sitting on the top.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's the thing I was worried about. It's like, because then you run the risk if it's not fully, mixed together, then you run the risk of burning your plants.
Yeah. I put down my cardboard, and then on top of my cardboard, I do a great blend. I got my biochar, all the stuff I put in my garden that I've talked about. And I mix that all together into a beautiful blend, and I put that on top of the cardboard. And then I cut a hole in the cardboard and I put my plant. Well, by the time those roots are growing, maybe that top stuff hasn't gone through the cardboard yet.
Yeah.
So that's why it takes time. So I would say if you're doing this, it isn't an instant result like amending your soil. Yeah. You're in this for the long game.
Yeah.
Like you're looking, like I said, 2 to 4 years. Okay. Before you've got that soil. So maybe if you're very interested in it, you really want to try it. Maybe this year is your prep year. Next year, you can start doing some planting in it. But this year, you want to let that mycelium network build, and you want your good stuff to start breaking down into the soil, and try it like that. Plant this year. Because nothing sucks more than when you get something new and you're gung-ho to try it and you don't get the results you want. And you're like, well, that didn't work. This is long haul gardening.
And before we go any further, for anyone who doesn't know, because maybe this is your first time tuning in to the Helpful Gardeners,
fair enough.
What is the mycelium network?
It needs its own episode.
It sounds very punk rock.
It is punk rock. It's awesome. The Mycelium Network is a network. You know what? We're going to do an episode on this.
Okay.
But essentially, I'm going to give you the real broad strokes right now.
Yep.
And then when we do the episode on it, we'll talk about the Canadian and everything. And she's amazing. But it's an underground network of fungus that helps plants share nutrients and send messages. It's basically what she called it, what she named it, was the Wood Wide Web.
I just love that.
Yeah. So it's the Wood Wide Web, and it interconnects every root, everything growing is happening in the mycelium network, and it is unbelievably phenomenal and deep, but it will take time to get there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Teresa, for your question. That was awesome. It was something I'd never really heard of either. So thank you for
that was
asking.
one of my favorite questions. I dig it.
My gosh, that's so horrible. Oh my goodness. That's so bad. You couldn't contain yourself.
No,
you had to.
I've been trying to fit it in for like the last 15
I was going to say, I'm actually impressed that it took 15 minutes for you to come out with that one. So there you go.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Acre Home and Garden. Find seasonal inspiration for your home and garden in Calgary, Alberta year-round. Visit goldenacre.ca. The comments and opinions expressed by the Helpful Gardeners on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Golden Acre Home and Garden. For more information on everything we covered today and to leave us a voice note, visit goldenacre.ca/podcast. The Helpful Gardeners are on Instagram at The Helpful Gardeners Pod. Keep on growing, gardeners!